This morning is just a big swan.
Hello and welcome to the East Lampeter Township Public Meeting. All participants are now informed that this meeting is being recorded. This meeting is also being offered virtually utilizing Zoom, which is a cloud-based platform for remote video and audio conferencing. The Zoom application is free to the public. The general public is therefore able to join the meeting by connection through the internet or by calling in by phone. The public is also able to observe the meeting on the Township's YouTube channel. Please continue to check the Township website calendar for any updates related to these public meetings. Agendas for these public meetings will also be available on the Township's website. Please be reminded that this meeting is being video and audio recorded and will be posted to the Township's YouTube channel for viewing. The meeting will now proceed with the chairman calling the meeting to order and identifying all other members present in the meeting room and those joining the meeting via Zoom. The chairman will then confirm those members joining by Zoom can be heard.
Good evening and welcome to the Monday, April 7th meeting of the East Lampeter Industrial and Commercial Development Authority. In the room with me, to my far left, Glenn Eberly, Tim Lapp, Ethan Demme, myself, Roger Root, and staff, Ralph Hutchison and Tara Hitchens. So at this point, we will stand and pledge allegiance to the flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Check the Zoom for any public comments coming from the Zoom.
There's no public comments from Zoom.
And our room is empty. No, we have no visitors or potential commentators in this room. Moving on to the consent agenda. Looking for approval of the April 7th, 2025 meeting agenda and also approval of the January 6th, 2025 minutes. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second. Motion by Ethan, seconded by Tim. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, none heard. Going on to old and unfinished business. First line is branding, gateway features, and wayfinding. And Ralph, would you have an update on that for us?
Sure. We're pretty much in the same place we've been with the branding portion. That's been done by the consultant that we had hired some time ago. So it's Lincoln Highway East, Lancaster. The gateway features, we had been working on the one on the east end of the corridor that would face westbound traffic. And we still have not yet made contact with the one property owner there, the farm just east of the mini golf. So we still need to make that contact and hopefully come to some arrangement for placing the sign there. If that's not going to work out, then we're going to need to find another place. We also had a meeting recently with PennDOT. They're working on a project that would, according to them, include the placement of a messaging board pretty much in the same general area. So we made them aware that, we're trying to place a gateway feature in that same area. And, we want to make sure we coordinate so that we're not interfering with each other in the process. So we will be working on that. On the other end of the corridor, the west end, as you're approaching Oakview from the west, eastbound, approaching Oakview from the west, that project, which we have a display up over there, is getting much closer to being finalized, getting prepared for bidding, although they've told us that it's not going to go out to bid till June of 26. But they have asked us for information about the gateway feature that we have included in that project. So we'll be providing them with that information on what had been developed and agreed to by the authority based upon the consultant's work for that section. I don't know at this point whether or not PennDOT's going to pay for that, or they're going to ask us to pay for that. So we'll find that out in the coming months, I'm sure. At least so far, they've said everything in the project is part of their budget. So hopefully it'll stay the same with the gateway feature there.
Where would that go? I mean, on what property would that go?
Well, it would be between, if you see that green area between the eastbound and westbound lanes, just west of Oakview Road.
Yeah.
Right in that area.
Right now it's Macadam and a couple.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so we, if you're eastbound on 462, right now you can drive all the way up to the Oakview Road intersection. When this project's done, you won't be able to do that. You'll have to turn down that spur, if you will. There'll be a traffic signal there at the end of the bypass. And then you'll be able to turn left and continue east. You'll also be able to come up to Oakview Road and make a left if that's where you want to go. So there's going to be space in there. And as Ethan said, right now it's kind of an asphalt weed patch, really a ugly part of the corridor, but that's going to be, with a gateway feature, landscaped, and be a much more attractive entry to the corridor. I'm sorry.
Sorry, that'll be pedestrian connection. That's probably one of the key missing features there. People do cross there on foot. It's very dangerous to get up to there's a bus stop right up there where Lincoln Highway goes, bypass goes off. So that I think will look real nice and also make it a lot safer for people to drive through there and walk through there.
Would that be like a messaging board as well? Or is it more of a,
No, it's more of just a gateway feature.
Okay.
Lincoln Highway Lancaster,
okay,
presentation there. Kind of you've arrived. But no, there's not planned to be any. It should be lit in some way, so you'll be able to see it at nighttime. But not a messaging thing. I do think I'm pretty sure that as far as maintenance of that sign and the landscape area is going to fall on East Lampeter, whether it's the authority or the township, we'll have to figure that out, but PennDOT won't do the maintenance there, so that'll be us. As far as wayfinding, candidly, we haven't put any energy into that. We still need to go through PennDOT's process to get the wayfinding plan approved and then set up for bidding. We have all the concepts put together through the consultant's work. So, yeah, we just need to get through PennDOT's process.
Okay, thank you, Ralph. Why don't you continue reporting on the Business Improvement District project?
Sure. We met with, Karen and I met with Mr. Kaplan and his associate on March 11th. Then they provided us with a draft preliminary plan for the Business Improvement District on March 20. As we were reviewing that, we discovered there were some small discrepancies, but discrepancies between what they had mapped as the improvement district and the list of properties that were named as being within the improvement district. So we're working on cleaning up those small details. When we talked with them on the 11th, we were kind of pointing towards the Board of Supervisors meeting on May 12th to have them hold a necessary hearing on the preliminary plan and move the process forward. I think now, because of these details we want to make sure we have right, we're probably looking at the June 2nd Supervisors meeting instead.
Any questions from the board for Ralph concerning There is no new business, no action items. I'm looking for a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
Move to adjourn by Glenn, second by Ethan. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. Next meeting, July 14th, 2025.
Question, Tara, do we have the PDF of that, of the signage on the website?
I will,
The gateway?
I will have to look.
Let's look at, both. I know I've got it somewhere in my notes and
Yeah, I actually wrote a note, get the gateway feature to Tim.
it's